The first time I noticed her was on Elterv, a barely charted mining colony clinging to the edge of explored space. If you haven't heard of it, you're lucky. Elterv is a blazing dust ball, battered by magnetic storms and twin suns that burn the sky a rusty red. It's a place people end up, not choose. But the hazard pay was fat, and the danger bonuses could set you up for life, if you lived long enough to collect. I took the contract as a plasma drill technician, operating and maintaining the autonomous mining bots tasked with tunneling through the crust for zentronite, a rare and reactive or critical for quantum computing. It was grueling work in a landscape where the horizon constantly shimmered with static, and the dust got into everything: your lungs, your thoughts, your soul. Even in all that red-scorched solitude, I was never truly alone. She appeared about a week into my contract. Didn't say a word. Didn't eat with us. Didn't clock in for shifts. No one seemed to know her name or job title. She simply existed. She lingered like a shadow, a presence you felt before you saw. She moved with an eerie grace, posture too balanced, steps too smooth, like gravity obeyed her differently. She wore the standard issue outpost cloak, but it didn't sit right on her. It hung oddly around her shoulders, like it was hiding more than just skin and bone. Her face was unforgettable. Sharp features, cheekbones sculpted like blades, lips always slightly parted, and eyes that shimmered metallic silver under Elterv's twin suns. A ghost, they called her. Scout, whispered some, an interstellar accord operative reassigned after a mission gone tragically wrong. Others claimed she was a hallucination born of too much radiation and isolation. No one really knew. No one asked. But she was always close to me. Too close. She sat silently in the far corner of the mess hall while I ate. She stood exactly 10 paces behind me when I ran diagnostic scans. Once, I woke up in the middle of a storm and saw her outside my cabin window, standing motionless in the chaos. The red dust whipped around her, her cloak billowing like a living thing, but she didn't move. Just watched. Creepy? It should have been. But instead, I felt a strange calmness in her presence, like the eye of a storm. Protective. Reassuring. Even if I didn't understand why. And I didn't ask. Not until the accident. It happened during a night shift. Bot number 43, nicknamed Breaker, went rogue. A magnetite surge had corrupted its guidance AI, flipping its protocols. Instead of mining, it started tearing through Outpost Delta. One of the mechanics was crushed. Another got pinned under fallen girders. Sirens howled through the base like a pack of dying animals. Emergency lights bathed everything in blood-red flickers. Protocol demanded lockdown, but I couldn't wait. Breaker was nearing the canyon edge, where the bots stored freshly drilled zentronite. If it damaged that vault, the resulting explosion could level the entire sector. I grabbed my toolkit and sprinted into the storm, visor barely keeping the dust out. Visibility dropped to 10 feet. The wind screamed. My HUD flickered. And then I saw it. Breaker, hulking, its metal limbs jerking violently, red sensors glowing like demonic eyes. I reached for the manual override, then the edge gave out. The ground crumbled beneath my boots. I fell. Seconds stretched like hours as I plummeted. No time to think. Just the wind and the weightless plunge toward death. But I never hit the bottom. Something caught me. Arms strong, but impossibly gentle, wrapped around me midair. We tumbled, rolling hard against the canyon wall. Rocks scattered. Dust clouded everything. I blinked against the grit in my eyes, heart pounding in my throat. It was her. She'd jumped after me. For the first time, she spoke. You were not supposed to fall. Her voice was unlike anything I'd ever heard, wind brushing against broken glass. Melodic. Alien. Why? I croaked. Why save me? Her silver eyes searched mine like they were reading a lost language. I am not ready to lose you. Not yet. Then she stood, lifted me effortlessly, and carried me back to the ridge like I weighed nothing. She was taller than I'd realized, broader, and impossibly strong. No one saw us return. No one would have believed me anyway. But that night I couldn't sleep. Not yet. Those 2 words spiraled through my mind like a mantra, a mystery. I didn't know what they meant, but I needed to. I became obsessed. I started watching her, recording her movement logs, monitoring surveillance footage. I ran a thermal scan of her quarters once, just to confirm what my instincts already screamed. The sensor overloaded. Her readings didn't match any known species, too hot, too volatile. Constant flux, like she was made of living metal. I dug deeper. Cross-checked personnel files. Nothing. No record of arrival. No ID. It was as if she didn't exist. And yet, no one questioned her. It was like her presence had been implanted, accepted unconsciously by every crew member except me. Then came the tipping point. Against every regulation, I hacked into the colony's deep archive, layers buried beneath encryption firewalls. What I found was a single blacklisted file, Subject 17X, Zalari Hybrid, Phase 3 observation. It contained only one image. Her, but not quite. Angular features, chrome skin that shimmered like mercury, eyes too large for a human skull. The caption read, Zalari convergent species. Experimental infiltration. Emotional pairing. Target, human technician level 3. ID Texan Vexen. That was me. My hands went cold. She hadn't followed me out of interest or affection. She had been assigned. I found her the next day at her usual spot, by the ridge at sunrise. Dust swirled around her boots. She didn't look surprised. I know what you are, I said, voice trembling. You're not human. You're not even registered. You were sent to watch me. She tilted her head slowly. Do you? Then she pulled back her hood. The disguise melted away. Her skin shimmered, iridescent, layered like liquid chrome. Her eyes glowed softly, pupils vertical like a predator's. But there was no malice. Only sorrow. I am Zale, she said. A convergent. Born of the Zalari. Trained to walk among you. To learn. To decide. Decide what? If your species is fit for integration or elimination. The air left my lungs. My kind is dying, she continued. Fertility collapsed. Culture decaying. The Accord proposed merging with other species. But many among us fear humans. You are volatile, passionate, unpredictable. So they sent me here, to pair with one of you. To see if peace is possible. Random? I asked hollowly. You were selected at random. But I chose you. My chest tightened. Why? You spoke to the broken mining drones as if they mattered. You fix them when others scrap them. You respect what you don't fully understand. That is rare. I didn't know what to say. I wasn't special. Just a tech trying to survive. What happens now? Zale stepped closer, closer than ever before. My report determines your future. Peace or extermination. But she didn't sound like a spy. She sounded like someone afraid of making the wrong choice. You saved me, I whispered. You're not just a machine. Her voice trembled. And I would do it again. Before anything else could be said, the outpost alarms blared again. But this time it wasn't Breaker. It was them. 3 Zalari warships descending from orbit like silver daggers. No authorization. No warning. The Accord did not sanction this, Zale said. It's a cleansing test. They will provoke your people into attacking. If you strike first, they'll sterilize the colony. My blood turned to ice. Then we stopped them. I'm a tech, I said. You're a hybrid. What can we do? Zale turned to me, her silver eyes hardening. You once said humans don't give up. Prove it. She knelt and placed her hand on the red soil. Then she sang. A harmonic frequency, layered and deep, resonated into the ground. The earth quivered. The mining bots responded. From the depths of their tunnels they emerged, lined up, reprogrammed, waiting. Her song was not just music. It was command. What are you doing? I asked. Zale looked back at me, eyes alive with defiance. Giving you a chance to save yourselves. To be continued.